Hello friends. In this video, we are going to talk about our Leetcode problem of the day, and our problem is lemonade change. Let's read the problem statement. At a lemonade stand, each lemonade had cost $5. Okay, we have been given each lemonade cost as $5, and customers are standing in a queue to buy from you. An order at a one time. In the order specified by bills, each customer will only buy one lemonade and pay with either a $5, $10, or $20. Okay, uh, your payment will be in the form of three amounts: $5, $10, and $20. Okay. So basically you must provide the correct change to each customer so that net transaction is that the customer pays $5. Our lemonade is of only $5. So if someone pays us $10, so we have to give him in return $5. If he pays $20, we have to give him in return $15. Okay. So means it will be minus from us. So let's understand it with the help of an example. Basically, you have been given the array called bills over here. First customer gives $5, then second 5, and third also 5. But the fourth customer gives us $10, and the fifth gives us $20. Okay. So basically, in this way, we have total 5 customers over here, and there are 5 different amounts. So in first customer, we will solve this problem by simple simulation approach over here. In what ways let's discuss over here. We will simply use a simulation approach. Okay, simulation approach. So let's discuss about it. So basically, let's create a variables called 5 and 10. Let's create a variables called 5 equals to 0 and 10 equals to 0. Let's create. Okay. So whenever we will encounter a 5, okay, whenever we will encounter a 5, our 5 will be incremented by 1. So again 5 and again 5 means 3 times 5. So our 5 will be incremented by 3 times. So whenever you will encounter a 10, our 10 will be incremented by 1. Okay, our 10 will be simply incremented by 1. But there will be a change over here. Our 10 will be incremented, but our 5 will be decremented by 1. Okay, our 5 will be simply decremented by 1 in this case. So whenever you encounter a 20 over here, we'll have to give the customer back 15 rupees. Okay, because the lemonade cost only 5 rupees. So basically, you will only directly give back in 15 rupees means 10 a coin of 10 rupees. Okay, means either 10 1 10 1 tens and 1 5. Okay, or you can give 3 3 fives means 5 3 is a 15 over here, or you can give 10 plus 5 equals to 15. Anything you can give. So basically, if your, let's see, basically if your number of 5 is greater than or equals to 3, you will your 5 will be decremented by 3. Your 5 will be decremented by 3 over here. Okay, but else if your don't have 3 coins of 5, your 10 will be decremented by 1, and also 5 will be decremented by 1 in this case. So basically, here our what's our answer? Let's see over here. Let's see what's our answer here. Basically, total fives we have 3 minus 2, which is what 1, and total 10 0. Okay. In last we have been left with only 1 5, and we are able to give all the changes to the customers. Means here our answer will be what? True over here. Okay, simply here answer will be true. Let's move forward to our next example. So basically our next example is what? 5, 5, 10, 10, 20. 5, 5, 10, 10, 20. Okay, basically, first customer gives you 5 rupees. So we have been initialized 5 equals to 0 and 10 equals to 0. Means basically it's the count of the coins. Okay, 5k coins kitne hai, 10k coins kitne hai. So first you are at 5. So it will be incremented by 1. Then again 5. Again it will be incremented by 1. Then again you encounter a 10. Okay, your 10 will be incremented by 1, but it will be decremented by 5. Means you have to give return and the customer back 5 minus 5. Okay, so it will be minus 1. Let me use another color over here. It will be minus 1. So next will be 10, again minus 5, again minus 5. It will be minus 1, and tail will be plus 1. Then you encounter a 20. Okay, here basically you are able to see that you have 0 fives over here. Okay, here you have 0 5, and you have total two tens. Okay, you have total two tens and 0 fives over here in all. And your lemonade cost what? Your lemonade cost of 5 rupees. So you have to give customer 15 rupees. But you have only total 20 rupees, means 2 coins of 10 rupees. Okay, and no coin of 5 rupees. So basically, in this case, you will not be able to return the customer the remaining change over here, means the 15 rupees over here. Okay, so basically in this case our answer will be simply false. Let's move on to some another example. Let's talk about some a big example, we can say. 5, 5, 5, 10, 5, 5, 10, 20, 20, then 20, 20 again. Okay, so now let's see, initialize our 5 and 20, our 5 and 10, we can say. 5 and 10 both are equals to what? 0 over here. Then first of all we will encounter a 5 over here. So basically here 5 will be incremented by 1. Then again 5, again 5. It will be incremented by 1 and 1. Means 3 5 we have got over here up till now. Then we have got 10 over here. So we have to give it minus 5. Means our 5 will be decremented by 1. Okay. Means you have to give him 5 rupees back. And our 10 will be incremented by 1. Then again 5, again 5. It will be incremented by 2. Okay. Then again in 10 means we have to give a 5 rupees back, and 10 will be incremented by 1. Okay. Let's count it before going on to the 20s over here. Let's count. 1, 1 cancel, 1, 1 cancel. Okay. So we have total 3. We have total of what? 3 uh, fives and 2 tens. 2 tens and 3 fives. Okay. So basically means we have total of 3 coins of 5 rupees and 10 coins, means 2 coins of 10 rupees. Okay. So basically, uh, our first is what? Let's make new area of remaining. I have initialized, called it over here one. Okay. So it will be more easier for you to understand. Okay. So basically, our 5 is 3 and our 10 is 2. Okay. So basically, in this case, what you will do, your 5 is equals to what? 3 over here, means 15 rupees, and you have got 20 rupees, so means you have to give 15 rupees back. So either you will do minus 3 over here, okay? You will do minus 3 to give him 15 rupees back. So it will become 0 over here, okay? It will become what? 0. Then next 20 come. Then you have no 5 rupees coin. You have only direct 20 rupees. Means 10 and 10 rupees. No 5 rupees over here. So we'll not be able to give him money back. So in this case, our answer will be what? False over here. But let's see another case. Let's see the another case. Here 20 20 20 over here. Let's again see over here. Here 5 and you are 10. Okay. So basically you have total what? 3 fives and 2 tens. Let's take uh, 1 5 and 1 10. This 20 you have. So basically 10 plus 5 is also what? 15 over here. So it will be minus 1 and minus 1. Okay. And now another 20. It will be minus 1 and minus 1. So basically you have left with only 5 rupees and 10 rupees. Okay. So for last 20, you have left with no kind of 10 rupees. You have only 5 rupees. So you will not be able to give him change back. So in this case also, our answer will be simply false. Okay. So this was all for the today's explanation. Let's try to code for it. It's a basic simulation approach over here. Okay. This approach is called what? Simulation approach. Okay. So now let's begin with our code. According to our explanation, what we will be first initializing. You have to simply initialize our fives and tens to 0. Okay. First initialize our fives and tens towards 0 over here. We have initialized. So for bill in bills, for each means bill over here, we will be iterating if our bill is equals to what? 5 over here. If our bill is equals to 5, our fives will be incremented by 1. Okay. If we have got any 5, our fives will be incremented by 1. Elif. Elif means we can say else if over here. Else if we encounter 10 over here. Okay. If we encounter 10 and if our fives is what greater than 0. If it's greater than 0, we will decrement our 5 by 1. Our fives will be decremented by 1 and our tens will be incremented by 1 in this case. Else, in else condition, what does come? Else, if our fives are less than 0, we can say equal to or less than 0, means not less than 0, we can say if our 5 is equal to 0, means we don't have any 5 to pay over here. So we will just return false and break from this statement and directly return false. Okay, now let's move on to 20 condition. With rupees 20 condition, or we can say $20. Okay, if our tens is what greater than 0 and our fives is what greater than 0. Okay, if both are greater than 0, then our tens will be decremented by 1 and our fives will also be decremented by 1 over there. Okay, but elif, elif means if our fives is what greater than or equals to 3 over it, means 3 times 5 is what? 15 over here. So means you can simply pay back to 20 rupees by 3 5 coins. Okay. So basically you will be decrementing 5 by 3 over here. As we have discussed here over. Okay. So basically your 5s will be what? Decremented by 3. Okay. Else if our 5 is equals to 0, means number of, means we have 0 points of 5s. Okay. we will be simply returning false, simply return false. Okay, and break from here, simply break. Then at last, you will just return true. If all the conditions are satisfied, you will just return true. Okay, now let's try to submit it. It's giving some runtime error, invalid syntax. Elif 5 is greater than or equals to 3. Okay, sorry. Uh, where it is, why it's giving runtime error, I don't understand. 5 is greater than. Oh, sorry, friends. Now it's okay. Now let's try to submit our code, whether it is accepting all the test cases. Yes, it's accepted all the test cases. Now let's discuss our C++ code over here. Okay. Uh, Let me remove the unnecessary spaces from here for the good visibility. Okay, now it's better. So let's discuss our C++ code over here and let's compare the syntaxes. Okay, so basically, first of all, according to Python code, what we have done, we have initialized. We have simply initialized our fives and tens. Int 5 equals to what? 0. Okay, and int tens equals to what? 0 over here. Then we have run a for loop. Okay, for int bill for int bill in bills. Okay, for int bill in bills. Okay, for int bill in bills, if our bill is equals to 5, if our bill is equals to what? 5 over here. If it is 5, then what you will do? Our 5s will be incremented by 1. Simply our 5s will be incremented by 1. Okay. Then elif. Elif, what you have do means we can say else if. Else if our bill is what equals to 10. Our bill is equals to what? 10 over here. If it is so, then what you will do? Then we will check if our 5s is greater than 1. Then you will simply check if our 5s is greater than 1. If our 5s is what greater than 1 over here, then we will just greater than not 1, greater than 0 over here. Then decrement our 5s by 1 and increment our 10s by 1. Okay. If it is greater than 0, okay, then what we will do? Decrement our 5s. Decrement our 5s by 1 and increment our tens by 1 over here. Okay. Then in else condition, else you will just return false. Else just return false. Okay, else return false to over here. Now let's move forward to our next else if condition means rupees is $20. Else if our bill is what equals to 20. Okay, if it is equals to what 20 over here, then now check if our tens is greater than 0 and our fives is what greater than 0 over here. Okay, if our tens is greater than 0 and our fives is greater than 0, then what you will do? Then our tens will be decremented by 1 and our fives will also be decremented by 1 over here. Okay, now we will check else if our fives is greater than or equals to 3. Else if our 5 is what greater than equals to 3 over here. Okay, then our fives will be decremented by 3. Is that clear? Now let's move forward to our else condition. Else if our 5 is what equals to 0. Else if our 5s or 10s is equals to 0, then simply return false. Simply just return false. Let me, okay. Now then we will just return true. Okay. Yes. So basically, this was the C++ code for today's problem statement. Now let's try to submit it. Yeah, it's giving some runtime error. Int 5 is equals to 0. Okay. Now let's try to run it. Yeah, it's being accepted over here. Now let's try to submit it. Whether it must accept all the test cases. Okay, so our code is being accepted over here. Let me reload the page. So basically, this was the Python code for our today's problem statement. We can say Python and C++ code. Okay. So thank you, friends. If you have any other doubt, you can ask me in the comment section.